Hey guys, today I'm going to be teaching you chords. What chords are is basically a group of three notes that you play together. So three notes that you play together on the keyboard in order to make a nice little humming sound. This is a F major that I'm going to play for you. Right? So F, A, C. And that's the sound that it's going to make. Very nice, really beautiful sound. And basically in church, 100% of the time that I play with deluxion, all I'm doing is chords, so it's a very, very essential part that you might need to know. There are two types of chords. There's one minor and there's another major. So next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to make chords, how to find out chords, but then I'm going to do that in the second part of the video because this is like the selfie mode of an iPhone. So yeah, I'm going to change this mode. And I'm going to teach you guys how to make chords, and later on I'm going to give you an exercise, try and see if you guys understood what it meant, and hopefully it works well. Take care. Okay, so this is the second part of my video for chord making, okay? So before we can go on to the whole chord making bits, there's a mathematical keyboard term that you need to know. A whole step and a half step. So let's start with a half step. A half step is basically the note that proceeds immediately after another. So F gebracht och denna värde är sharp. Likewise, A gebracht och denna värde A sharp or B flat. Yeah, straight after. Some people might get confused with this one. E gebracht och denna värde F. So that's also a half note, okay, because there's no black keys that separates it. A whole note, on the other hand, is two half notes. So basically, F and G, it is going to definitely be a whole step. Why? Because you have two half steps in between that. First half step, second half step. So that's a whole step. Okay. Now let's have a look at the example from my chord sheet from the previous weeks. This is my own. So if we have a look at the B major scale, the difference between E flat or D sharp, so an E, is one half step. Likewise, the difference between an F sharp to a G sharp is one whole step. Let's have a look at that example. That's an E flat or a D sharp, and the next note that we saw on the B major scale was an E. E comes straight after D sharp, so that's a half step. Whereas here, we had F sharp and a G sharp on the B major scale, so we have one half step, two half step. That's a whole step between F sharp and G sharp. Okay, now we can start looking at how to make chords, and I've written this one down as well for you guys. So for a major chord, say for example F major, the thumb goes onto the root note. So if I say F major, the thumb goes on F. The second note is going to be two whole steps, okay, that's the second note. And then the final note is three whole steps, one half step. Let's have a look at that on F major chord. Okay, so the first note is the root. So if I say F, thumb has to be on F. Second note is two whole steps. That's a whole step because you have two half steps there. That's another whole step because you have two half steps there. That's the second note. Two whole steps. Now the last note is, it said earlier, three whole steps and one half step. So one whole step, two whole step, three whole steps, and that's the final one half step. No, there's no black in the middle. So I know that my second finger has to go here, my engagement finger goes there, and my thumb goes there. That's F major chord. Let's have a look into the minors now, okay? It's very, very similar, just one difference. Minor. So thumb goes onto the root, so say we're going to do F minor chord now. So thumb goes on F. The second finger goes on one half step, one whole step, one half step, yeah. And then the engagement finger goes on three whole steps and one half step. Right, let's have a look. So this was the F major as we had just seen, but this one, root on F, and then one whole step, and then one half step from there. So I know that's my second note. And likewise, 3 whole steps and 1 half step from the root. 1 whole, 2 whole, 3 whole, and that's a half step. 1 half step. That's my F minor chord, yeah? Right, your task for the coming week is to basically, I'm going to write on email to a bunch of you to write back to me a bunch of chords. So I'm going to ask you possibly for G sharp minor, C sharp major, and some things like that. I'm going to write it all down for you, and you're going to write to me what notes come in those chords, okay? It's just to see how well you guys are able to make chords. And sooner or later, all these things is going to come into your head. You don't need to know whole steps, half steps, or anything like that. You're just going to get everything naturally, yeah? Alright guys, thank you for listening.